Russian EVA-42 will be conducted by Yuri Malenchenko as EV-1 and Sergey Volkov as EV-2. For our animation today, Yuri will be wearing a red striped suit, but on EVA day, both will be wearing blue striped suits. They will open the Pirs docking compartment, or DC-1's hatch. Here they will take the test space experiment and take 2 samples from this hatch. Once the samples are complete, Sergey will egress DC-1 first. Yuri will hand out another test space experiment to Sergey. He also will take the cover for Expose R, and then Yuri will follow Sergey out to the EVA ladder. The two will translate up to the service module's smaller diameter to window 8. Here they will take another test space experiment sample. Yuri will then take the test space experiment back to the DC-1 and attempt stow it inside DC-1. The two will then translate around the service module to the Universal Work Platform, where Expose R is located. They will take photos of Expose R. Then they will install the protective plate on Expose R. They will open up the MLI flap of the electrical panel on the service module and disconnect 2 connectors that connect Expose R. They will close the MLI cover, stow the connectors to Expose R, and put the protective cover on Expose R. Then they will remove Expose R from the Universal Work Platform and stow it on Sergey. The two will then translate back to DC-1's EVA ladder. Here they will stow Expose R inside DC-1 and retrieve 2 gap spanners, the number 2 unit of Vinoslivost space experiment, and also a container containing SKK number 3. The two will translate around DC-1 to the Strela 1's boom. They will translate up to the Mini Research Module number 2, or MRM2. The two will translate around MRM2 to SKK cassette number 2. They will remove SKK number 2 cassette from MRM2 and install SKK number 3 cassette on MRM2. They will also reorient BKDO, or the Plume Impingement Deposit Monitoring Unit, on MRM2. They will then translate around MRM2 to where Vinoslivost number 2 will be installed. The two will then translate to the FGB. The two will install 2 gap spanners on the FGB. The two will translate back to MRM-2, down Strela 1's boom, back to DC-1, and back to the EVA ladder. Here they will stow SKK number 3 inside DC-1 and retrieve Restavratsiya space experiment. They will set up the space experiment on the DC-1 ladder. Here, they will conduct the Restavratsiya space experiment on the DC-1 ladder. They will clean up the DC-1 ladder, retrieve the space experiment, and stow it inside DC-1. Then Yuri will ingress DC-1, followed by Sergey. They will close the DC-1 hatch, and this will conclude Russian EVA 42.